Yo, what's up guys? Today's video is going to be filled with Bulls news. Jim Boylen finally leaked the starting lineup, the rotations, and much more Bulls news, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, I'm just going to start out with the big news. The starting point guard, Tomas Satoransky, is going to be starting. Jim Boylen said that yesterday. And you guys know me. I've been a big Tomas Satoransky fan all off season. I just feel like he knows how to run the offense. He's the best three-point shooter of the three-point guards. I would love for Coby White to start just because, he's played amazing preseason. But honestly, if we want to be a playoff team, we can't start a 19-year-old at the point guard position that's still learning how to play the point guard, he said. So, yeah, I'm really happy that Satoransky is going to be starting. Like I said, he's the best three-point shooter of the bunch, and he doesn't demand the ball. He doesn't need the ball. So Zach LaVine can also be like the primary ball handler, which that was like the often problem with Kris Dunn. Kris Dunn isn't a good three-point shooter. I remember I saw a preseason game. Pretty sure he shot like three-pointers and airballed them all. And yeah, Kris Dunn's just not a starting point guard in this league. He'll be an amazing six-man off the bench. And also, Kris Dunn doesn't play good with Zach LaVine because, they're both really ball-dominant players. So I like this move from Jim Boylen. I believe it'll translate to a lot of W's. I really like Kris Dunn off the bench. I feel like he'll be the best point guard on the floor off the bench against other teams' backup point guards. So I feel like this is just an amazing start to the season. And this is the quote that Jim Boylen said. He said, "Tomas will start at the point guard. Kris Dunn will come off the bench and play on the second unit. I've been happy with both of them. They're both in good places. I think this is what's best for the team, and I think it will be great for both of them individually. Kris has to be kind of our defensive force in that second group. He had 11 deflections and 6 steals against Indiana Friday, so he can impact the game coming off the bench. He's embraced it. I've spoken with him, and we had a good conversation about it. He's all about winning, and I'm really proud of him. I'm really happy that Kris Dunn is okay with this benching. Because at first I was like, wow, Kris Dunn's going to be pissed. He's probably going to want to be traded this season. But, I'm really happy he's all about winning. And this honestly is the best position for him to be off the bench. It'll help us win. And like I said, he'll be the best point guard on the floor when he's going up against backups. So he should be putting in work and just destroying backup point guards. And Jim Boylen also said, I've always said he's a terrific kid. I've always said he's for the team. I've always said he's very coachable. Those things haven't changed how I feel about him and what he's done. I do think that he's in a really good place. He pretty much said that he thinks he got some time away and it was good for him. He also said he's prepared to help the team win, and that's his mindset. That's what we need. It's going to be about sharing and sacrifice. He's going to come off that bench and help us win. And yeah, exactly. We need Kris Dunn to be our sixth man off the bench. Him and Thad Young, that's like our corner pieces off the bench. And they're going to be a huge key for the Bulls making the playoffs because, all good playoff teams have good benches. And then Jim Boylen talked about the starting point guard, Satoransky, and he said, I love the way he throws the ball ahead. I love his command of the offense already. He's obviously a terrific shooter. He could play on the ball and off those guys and create space. Him and I have a real good connection, and he's got a really good feel. I feel confident in him running that first group. And, I've been saying it all offseason long. He knows how to run the point guard position, and like I said, he doesn't demand the ball, so Zach LaVine is just going to ball out. Tomas Satoransky is going to put the ball where our players need it to succeed. And I'm just really happy that, Satoransky is starting. Kris Dunn will be the sixth man off the bench, and I'm sure Coby White is going to be off the bench too. I know Jim Boylen said Coby White will still be in the rotation, and I'm really happy about it. I mean, shit, the kid's earned it. He's been playing amazing all preseason long. And I also saw a quote that said, Jim Boylen said, we're developing Coby White as a basketball player. And he also did say he'll have a spot in the rotation. Honestly, I think Coby White's more of a shooting guard as of right now. He said earlier in the offseason he's still learning the point guard position. So I'm really happy Coby White's going to be coming off the bench with Kris Dunn. I feel like that's a good 1-2 punch off the bench. If Coby White continues to play this well and just be that offensive spark off the bench, we're going to have a great season from him this season as well. And Jim Boylen also leaked the 10-man rotation that he wants to have. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tomas Satoransky, Zach LaVine, Otto Porter Jr., Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter Jr. starting. Then off the bench, I think we're going to have Kris Dunn at the 1, Coby White at the 2, and then Thad Young's going to be coming off the bench, obviously, and I think it's going to be Luke Kornet and Daniel Gafford. I don't think nobody else is going to play because in the last preseason game, Ryan Archie didn't really play. Denzel Valentine only played 8 minutes. You know, Cristiano Felicio is not going to play. And the other players are just training camp fillers right now. So I feel like we're going to go big off the bench. You know, our shooting guard and power forward position is really deep for once. And like I said in my past videos, Daniel Gafford is, you know, he's just too talented to not be in this rotation and roster. You know, we need to give him minutes. He's an energy plug off the bench. You know, he's always dunking and blocking someone's shots. So yeah, Jim Boylen's going to need to figure that out, but it's always good to be more deeper than, you know, not have any depth off the bench. So I'm really happy about that. And I also did a poll on my YouTube channel a week ago asking who should be the Chicago Bulls starting point guard, and it got 438 votes. Kris Dunn had 10% of the votes, Coby White had 45, and Satoransky also had 45. You know, in my opinion, I love everything Jim Boylen has done this offseason. You know, I understand people wanting Coby White to start, but like I said earlier in the video, he's 19 and he doesn't know the point guard position fully, like he said himself. And if we're trying to make it to the playoffs, we can't have a 19-year-old running the show that doesn't really know how to run the show. And Satoransky, you know, I feel like he's one of the most underrated signings just this offseason. And I just truly believe he knows how to run the offense, play, you know, the point guard position, give the ball to Zach LaVine when he needs it and when he needs it to succeed. And yeah, I just believe Jim Boylen has done a great job this offseason. I'm really excited for the season to start. If you guys have any questions or anything, make sure you leave some below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Have a good